Before entering a high volume production phase, it's always recommended for some sort of prototyping or trial. These early stage trials or production runs help confirm the material, the production process, and the design that'll be used for those large scale orders later on. That being said, some prototype parts are not the same as production parts because they might use a different production method. In this video, we're going to talk about the different ways that we produce prototype parts and how they compare to those parts at production. When it comes to prototyping adhesive parts, there are two primary methods that we use. The first is laser cutting, which is ideal for prototyping parts when we're in the material selection phase and need a quick turnaround. At Strauss, we use a CO2 laser to produce these parts, which allows us to circumvent having to get a physical die. Laser cutting is well suited for pressure-sensitive adhesives and complex geometries, and it can hold tight tolerances on most materials. However, on some materials, it might have a crispy or burnt edge when the laser cuts through it. It's often not ideal for thicker materials, and it cannot cut foil materials. The second prototyping method is digital knife cutting, which uses an oscillating blade to cut pre-programmed designs out of materials. Like laser cutting, this method does not require hard tooling, making it a great choice for early stage sampling. Digital knife cutting can cut materials like foil or sometimes thicker foams, and it also doesn't leave behind a burn mark or any debris from the path that a laser might. However, it's generally slower and more labor intensive when compared to high volume production methods. And the edge conditions can be rough or coined, especially when cutting foil materials. Now that you understand the two different prototyping methods, let's take a look at some samples to see how these parts compare to full-scale production. We will examine a digital knife prototype part, a laser cut prototype part, a production laser cut part, and a production die cut part made with hard tooling. We will see how each one of these examples differ in terms of edge quality, overall part complexity, and general finish. Starting with the digital knife prototype. This part might look production ready at first glance, but if you dig in a little closer, you'll notice that this material frayed a little bit when cut with that oscillating blade. While this method is great for identifying fit and form, this edge quality is not something that you're generally going to want or find in a production quality part. Next up, we have the laser cut prototype part. Similar to the digital knife prototype part, you can see that this complex geometry at first glance looks like it was cut pretty accurately. However, a closer look is going to show you that there is some rougher edges on this side of the part, and you can see the soot and debris left behind by the laser. In most cases, these are more aesthetic issues and don't impact the part's functionality, but it's one of the main differences on something you're going to see in a prototype laser part versus a production part. Lastly, there are certain materials that Strauss can't cut because they require a specialty laser that we don't currently offer. When comparing the prototype laser cut part to a production laser cut part, the differences become clear. When we are producing the production level laser cut parts, we're able to keep those tight tolerances and overall geometry targets while reducing the amount of the aesthetic impacts on things like debris or soot. Production lasers are often more powerful and optimized for repeatability, resulting in smoother edge quality and the ability to make high quality production parts. Finally, looking at the rotary die cut part, this is a great representation of a high volume production level part. Production level die cut parts are engineered for efficiency, tight tolerance, clean edge conditions, and overall great quality assurance. Because the tooling is engineered for the exact same shape every single time it cuts, each part that it delivers is held to the exact same standard and cut in the exact same manner. Rotary die cutting using hard tooling is significantly more efficient and allows you to produce a lot more parts than a production laser, a sample laser, or a digital knife. Now that we've seen examples of all four different types of parts, you can see that those prototype parts get you enough to figure out what material am I going to use, what is my design going to be, and they might have some slight aesthetic differences, but they can get you most of the way there. In some cases, we have ran production quality parts on a sample laser or a digital knife, but in most cases, especially in medical, that edge condition and those aesthetic side effects might not be acceptable in the application. If you're interested in learning more about how prototypes or production parts are made, feel free to check out our Learning Center or reach out to us directly. Thanks for watching.